Our next guest is Anousheh Ansari,
Hi.
the first female private space explorer. I'm going to grab a chair. I'm going to switch back to our conversation mode for this. So I guess the first question that comes to mind is, what motivated you to, it's not as easy as just going on a long vacation. You really had to do a lot of work to become an astronaut. So what motivated you to do that?
This was a dream of mine since I was a very young girl, I think like many of the people in the audience. And it was something that I hung on to even though I grew up and I became an engineer and had a different path in my life. So I didn't become a professional astronaut, but nevertheless it was something I really, really wanted to do. So I finally, through different ways, found a way to make it happen in 2006. So very fortunate to be one of a few people who has experience being in space and seeing our beautiful planet from up there.
So how long did you train to take the flight?
A little less than a year. I went to Russian Soyuz program, so I trained in Russia in Star City outside of Moscow, and spent there with the rest of the astronaut training for the program. That's why my badge says cosmonaut, because I was part of that program.
And how did the experience change your perspective on Earth and on life?
So I'm sure you've heard other astronauts say the same thing, but when you have this unique experience of being able to see our planet from space, even though I'm sure everyone has seen pictures of Earth from space, but seeing it with your own eyes, it makes such a huge difference, and it all comes together, and it impacts the way you view life and your relationship with the environment and our planet and everyone living on this planet. It makes you feel all part of one unique home we have, and when you see that thin blue line that protects us from all the harmful things around us and makes this planet be habitable, then you understand how fragile everything is. And we take it for granted, living in this beautiful city, for example, and everything that surrounds us. We don't think about how quickly it can all go away. And one of the reasons I'm involved with Asteroid is one of the other potential dangers outside of what we do ourselves to our environment is the external impacts that could really make this world inhabitable for us. So I think we have to do, as citizens of this one home we have in this universe, do everything in our power to preserve it and save it from all sorts of dangers.
And so one question we kind of talked about was, how do you see kids and youth being able to get involved with space and with these programs?
So I think children are automatically inspired by night skies and stars, so it comes natural. And I've talked to adults, worked with adults, and have given up on adults to solve our problems. So I'm putting all my hope in the hands of the children and making sure that they have all the information they need, all the inspiration they need to do what's necessary to make our world a better place for everyone and for themselves and their children. And one of the things we do is, as adults, we're really quick to sometimes dismiss our young people as people who do not have a lot of power, but today with the technology and the access to information, our youth have done amazing projects around the world, and the more I learn about what they've done, the more encouraged I am, and I hope to also educate our adults to allow and empower their youth, because they can do amazing things and they can teach us a thing or two.
Perhaps we have time for just a couple quick questions. So if you have a question, just raise your hand. I think we have one of our youth in the front row.
Earth is amazingly beautiful from up there, and you've seen pictures of it, and it's even more beautiful than what you see in the pictures. I hope you get to see it one day. You're welcome. Did I what when I blast off? Dizzy, okay.
Oh.
I was not dizzy, but when you blast off, because it was the first time I was going to space, so I didn't know what to expect. And you know, the rocket shakes a lot when you go up. But other than that, I felt really, really happy because I was actually realizing the dreams I had since I was very young. So it was very, very exciting for me. And I thought I'm dreaming actually, and I'm going to wake up and it will be all a dream. The question is it difficult to digest food in weightlessness? To be honest with you, I didn't have any problem. You would think, because you think, well, the food is floating in your stomach, but I haven't seen anything that suggests people have a hard time digesting. Your taste buds are impacted, so people tend to like more spicy food, but other than that, I'm not sure there's any other impact on the digestive system.
Maybe time for just one more question. Right. Well, if you're around for a little bit longer, I'm sure others can find you and ask other questions.
Thank you, and thank you to come and support Asteroid Day.
Thank you very much.